Hello everyone, I am Balasubramanian. This is my sixth day of Technotate Freshers training. Here we have got a couple of questions to answer as an assignment. The first question is, create an account on Bitbucket and GitHub with company email ID. Before creating account on both of these softwares, let us learn what is meant by GitHub and Bitbucket. Bitbucket is a source code version management software which is extensively used by developers as well as the automation tester. For an instance, let us consider two developers are working on the same project. Let us consider developer one is working on the feature one and the developer two is working on the feature two. After developing both of the codes, what is the way to collaborate and merge both of the codes? It is very difficult, right? Here, Bitbucket comes into the picture. What Bitbucket does is, Bitbucket has a central or remote repository in its server so that both of the developers can access into the remote repository, make a clone of it into its local machine, then they will add or make changes in their local repository. They will push their changes into the remote repository. After checking into the remote repository, it is obvious that both of the features has been added in the same code. So it is very easier for collaboration and merging the code. Here, Bitbucket also helps in the version management. Version management in the sense, each of the developer will write each version of code to improve their software. Here, some version has an error or throwing an exception. What they will do, they will backtrack into the previous version. They will fix the code and release the software. Here, Bitbucket saves who changed the code, what has been changed, on which timestamp, on which date. Everything has been logged into the server and can see whenever they want. Then GitHub. GitHub is a source code storage software which is extensively work on the Git commands like init, clone, delete, update, branch, etc. So when a software developer writes a code, everything in his local machine, it is very difficult to host as an application in the website. So GitHub as a central repository as like Bitbucket, what a software developer will do, he will push all his code into the central repository of GitHub. So when he pushed all his code into the GitHub central repository, it is very easier for the software developer to host as an website, host as an application into the website. So let us create account on Bitbucket. So I'll go to the Google Chrome, type Bitbucket login. So we'll go to the sign up page. So it is asking for the email address. So I'm giving my email address. I'll give my full name. I'm hitting sign up. So I will be getting a verification mail. I saw that an email from the Bitbucket. So I'm verifying the mail over here. So it is asking for me to create the password. So I've given the password. I'm hitting the sign up. So it is asking for captcha. I'm giving it. So it's been accepted. So it is asking for one username. I'll give it. This already exists. I'm giving some other username. Yeah, it is working fine. So we have successfully created our Bitbucket account. So let's go to the GitHub and create our account. So I'm giving my email ID. I'm giving the password. Then giving continue. So it is asking me a username. I'm giving one username. It's not available. Yeah, it is available. I'm giving it. So it's been done. I'm creating the account. So I will be getting one launch code. Yeah, we have got it. So this is my launch code. Copy and pasting there. Yeah, it's been created. Let's move into the next question. What is the use of generating public key and private key when accessing a Bitbucket code? Both public key and private key are used for authentication and encryption of the software code stored in remote repository of the Bitbucket software. Let us consider a team of programmers or software developers completed their development process and are about to deploy their project into a website. These developers have a set of public and private keys so that they only can access the remote repository and can make a clone of it. If someone means a hacker or unauthenticated or unrecognized user tries to access into a remote repository, it should not authenticate and should not make a clone of it. For example, making a clone of a remote repository is done in two ways. One is using HTTPS and one is using SSH, which is secured shell. HTTPS is a simple method. You just make a git command, git space clone space repository URL, and if you give enter, it will just ask for a password. And this is a time consuming process. When you try to clone a repository, it will ask each time a password, and if your password is compromised, anyone can make a clone of your repository. And here SSH is a very advanced technique. Here it will be having two types of keys. One is the public key and the next is the private key. When you generate both public and private key, you will be given both of them. And if you place the public key into the remote repository, it will authenticate the user is valid. So it will give the access to the remote repository and make a clone of it. So let us do this practically using Git Bash and the Bitbucket software. So I'm logging to my Bitbucket website. Here I have already created a repository called my new repo. Here I am having three files. One is git ignore, one is readme, one is the file which is created by me, hello world.py. If you open it, you will be having a source code of a Python code called print hello world. So if I try to make a clone of it into my local machine, it can be done in two ways as said before. One is using HTTPS and one is using SSH, which is secure shell. So we'll do it using secure shell so that we can generate both public key and private key. So I'll come to my repository. There is an option called clone. So there are two options as said, HTTPS and SSH. So I'll copy this link to my clipboard. I'll open my git bash. So I'll paste this code. Let's see what happens. See, cloning into my new repo could not read from remote repository, which is permission denied. I don't have public key into it. So please make sure you have a correct access. So what do we need to do for generating public and private key? There is a command ssh hyphen key gen. If you hit enter, generating public or private RSA key pair. Enter the file it's going to save the key. So we'll just hit enter. It is asking for a passphrase. You can give any passphrase, or if you don't want to give, you just give enter. It is asking for the paraphrase. I'll just give enter. So see, your public key has been saved in C:users user dot ssh id underscore rsa dot pub. Pub is our public key. So let's go into our local machine. Go into C drive. Then users user dot ssh, and I have one public key, one private key. So I'll open my public key file. So this is the public key file. I'll copy the entire contents over it. I've copied. So I'll go to my repository. I'll go to my profile, personal settings. Then there is a option called SSH keys. So I've already added it. I'll just cancel it. I'll add one new key. This is mine, which is being copied. So I'll give my label as my new repo SSH public key. So I'm adding one key. So see here, my key has been added now. So I can make a clone of it using the git bash. So what can we do? I'll go to my folder, which is in d:bitbucket. There I will be cloning my repository. So I've moved to my folder, which is under d:bitbucket. So I will be copying the SSH link. So here I have it. I've copied it. So I'll paste in my git bash. If I hit enter, since I have my public key and private key with me, I have my private key with me and public key into my repository. Cloning into my repo has been done. Receiving objects, receiving data, everything has been done. So if I go to my d: and bitbucket, bitbucket, I saw my new repo has been cloned into my old machine. Git ignore, hello world.py and readme. If I open hello world, I will be having my source code as print hello world. So that's all about the session. I hope this session is useful for you. Thank you so much.